Yeah, rhythm code like this. All right. So let me explain to you a little bit about what it's like. Run it. Run that track. Yeah. So like this is about basically being disappointed in life. I told you my previous track that I got STPD, right? Which is mental condition that I was diagnosed with. But just before I got diagnosed with that, I went through psychosis. So that was the easy part, going through STPD. Yeah, but like this is basically what happened when I realized that some of the things that I was experiencing in my mind were not really down to me being delusional, but they were actually part of life. They were actually normal conspiracies that take place every day, like, you know, people fighting and hating each other and backbiting themselves like that. And basically I never knew life was like that, because from when I remember, I grew up as a true Christian and I followed the teachings of Christ, and I thought that everybody was like that. But when I grew up and I realized that there's all the backbiting in life, I was really shocked. I was like, I never knew it would be like this. So basically, it started very young. It started when I was 7. I didn't realize that until I was a grown up man. So when I grew up and I realized that, hold on, when I was 7 years old, that means that they must have been doing that at that time. The first time that somebody felt fit to ask the system to help them out when they're competing with me and they wanted to keep me down was when I was 7 years old and I had my exam results and they were all 92, 93, 95 and all of them ones. And then somebody I must have been competing with asked the system to turn up to make sure that that never happens again in my life. So I ignored that. I never really thought that the system could be corrupted. I actually trusted them and I thought that they're infallible. But it turns out that they are corruptible, and this was something that I found very despicable. And when I grew up, I was like, really, I couldn't believe my eyes, that I couldn't believe that if something I trusted had turned out to be like that. But it's part of growing up, it's part of being alive, and every man has to experience that in their lives once or twice. So it's not really unique to me, and it's just something that takes place all the time. We all know that when you get girlfriends, somebody will get annoyed and start to think that they want to do you something for that. When you get money, somebody will get upset with that and try to spite you for that, and all that happens in life. But I never knew it would be like that. I was a very, very innocent child. So that's the first time it happened in my life, and the first time I noticed it was when I was at uni and I did my exams, and then one of my papers got stolen and they never gave me a mark. But when I complained about it, I had the receipt in my hand and I presented it to them, headmaster or chancellor if you like, and they said, alright then, we know where we found your paper and it's here and we're gonna give you that mark right now. Yeah, so that's when I first realized, oh shit, you mean all my life I could have been something different from this. I could have been some higher man, somebody with money, women, cars and expensive houses and mansions and shit. But they've been tracking me and asking the system to make sure that I stay down, and it's not a conspiracy, a delusional or a figment of my mind. This is real life and I've experienced that, and I have proof to show that. And my transcript from uni, I have 2 of them now, because the first one was faulty. They had to print out another one. So basically that's the proof that this shit happens in life. And if you ever start to think that conspiracies don't take place, then at least I know that they do now. So basically this song like this was like, I never knew it could be like this. I never knew people were like this. And then I found out that you can also test for things and see that, yeah, they're actually viewing your minds, because I can do something disgusting in my room right now, and then go outside and somebody will act like they're disgusted by something I've done, and I've never seen them in my life. Some of them come from thousands of miles, and basically from Asia, South America, North and South America, and basically all around the world. They all come and get on their plane and fly to the UK to tell me that, boy, what you did in your private life, we find it disgusting. And I'm like, how do you know from 1,000 miles up? It's closer to the International Space Station from me than from where you are. So basically that shows me that we're global when we're targeted individual, that's what we are. If they're saying it to your mind, how far from that, how far from you can they see that? So have you ever asked yourself that? If you ask yourself that, you'll find some interesting results. So basically that's what likeness is about. It's about basically realizing that the world is not what they told us it's like. It's completely not like that, and it's a bit like the Matrix. So I'm still studying that. So that's what that song meant to me, and I wanted to share that with other TIs, because I never chose to be a targeted individual. I never really believed that I am. I believe that I do have that STPD that they say I have, but there's also conspiracies in life, and they were part of my delusions, if you like. But when I later found out and I can confirm that it takes place and it happens in my life, it stopped being a delusion and it became something that I had to really think about defending myself from, and think about where basically when I think something to myself, somebody will get offended and turn up and want to do me something for that, and I have to think about what to do with that. So I've become very, very strong and very, very fast with my hands. I break all kinds of hand speed records just in case they did that. I think to myself, I plan scenarios in my head. It's paranoia, but if people are seeing into your mind, you're gonna have to live life. And every time you choose even a flavor of ice cream, let's say vanilla, somebody who likes strawberry might not like the way you do that and say, how comes he's not choosing strawberry? Does he say that strawberry eating ice cream people are nasty? Somebody's going to have a problem with you for choosing a side. Even choosing a football team, somebody might want to come for you and do you that. So I get very paranoid in life, and I had to think like that. So that's what likeness is about. The song's about to end, but remember, I'm going through this as a targeted individual with mental history, but I have to separate that from what's real. Because you can't neglect the fact that conspiracies happen all the time, and you have to deal with them even if you have lost your mind. So basically, I just want you to think about that, and that's that.